Hello and welcome to Tuesday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic. Couldn't remember what day it was then. Where we are going to be having a look at, this puzzle, it is redolent to me at least, and maybe to some of you, of the original Miracle Sudoku by Mitchell Lee, which is some 5 years old now. And I know will be probably the way many of you found the channel way back in the day, where there was a puzzle that looked very like this one, which had a 1 and a 2 as the only given digits. I think they were in the central sort of band of the grid. In this one, they're in these two positions, and this is a simple, it's called Simple Miracle, I doubt it's simple, but this is by the great Dutch Grandmaster setter Aard van de Wetering, who we celebrated the birthday of about a week or so ago. Aard turned 81, a very propitious number in Sudoku circles, and I will tell you, this is an incredible thing actually, because not only is it a Miracle Sudoku, I mean, we call them miracles when there are hardly any given digits, but the rule set for this, I think it's shorter than the original Miracle Sudoku. So I'll explain the rules in a moment or two's time, but it's we've had two of the testers look at it. They said it's absolutely fantastic. And not too difficult, which I am really relieved about today, because I'm solving this, or attempting to solve it, very late in the day. It's gone 4:30, and the reason that I am so late trying this puzzle is blueprints, believe it or not. So last night, thank you very much if you joined us, Mark and I live streamed for the 20th time our visit to the Blueprints mansion. We began a third day, and it got to sort of 10 past midnight, and we'd found a book in the library that we were making, Mark was reading, but it was like a novel. It was so long. It was called something like The Curse of the Black Bridge or something, that we realised we were never going to complete the day. So it was left to me to attempt to complete the day earlier on today, which I've recorded. But that video is some 2.5 hours long, believe it or not. No, not all of that is actual decent content, let's call it that, because I had to wait around for something. Many of you will know of what that might be, given given the way that time works in the Blueprints game. But anyway, there is going to be a great big video, which we'll release on the channel at some point. It'll probably be out, well, it will be outside the normal schedule. It'll probably be a 10 a.m. release in the next couple of days. So if you were watching and joining us last night, firstly, thank you for making that time so fun. But the completion of the day video, it will be out soon. But I mean, it's going to take ages for me to export it and upload it. So anyway, it's coming soon. And there is quite a lot of extra content in and around the channel at the moment. We did the Jane Street video on that was yesterday. Gosh, I've lost track of days altogether. Yeah, yesterday morning. So I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you who created the Jane Street puzzle, but if you're familiar with the name Marty, who could it be? I definitely recommend taking a look at that. It's a very, very good puzzle indeed. We still forgot to do the winner of the Patreon reward for November, so I'll get on to Mark about that, because he does the random number generator thing, and hopefully tomorrow we will announce the winner of the competition. And what else? Let's do some birthdays. I've got a couple of birthdays to do. Astrid, you have turned 20 today, I think. Your boyfriend Max wrote to us, and I think I knew that you'd moved to a different city to study medicine. I don't know how I knew that, and I think that was recent. But Max's email basically just said that he loves you so much and is looking forward to seeing you. I think he might be seeing you today. Have you got a twin sister, Astrid? I'm when I've done birthdays for as long as I have, my brain hides away little nuggets of information, and then it trots them out. It tells me things, it whispers them in my ear, and I say them, and then I think, how did I know that? And I don't know that I did. So Astrid, I'm sorry if you don't have a twin sister, but if you do, happy birthday to her as well, and I hope there's some chocolate cake for you, and it's very well iced, of course. Next, Frank, you've turned a secret age today. I wonder what age that could be, and I know this because your Your very cute Earth girlfriend, Erin, wrote to me to tell me about your birthday. And you've turned 45, of course, but that's in human years. And I need to make that distinction because I understand you're not actually from Earth. And you're getting Earth cheesecake today, which you've come to love during your time on the planet. So, Frank, thank you. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. I'm not sure which planet you actually do come from, but I hope you have a great 45th Earth Year birthday today, and I hope the cheesecake, I can't get on board with cheesecake, unless it's, and no, there are some kinds of cheesecake that are okay, but they've got to be sort of like, you know, Marks and Spencer's chocolate cheesecake. That's good, I like that. So if it's like that, that's fine. And Frank, that's the best Earth has to offer. Oh, now the last thing is not a birthday, but it is the Advent calendar. Here we go. The Math Plus Advent calendar. Now, I've talked about this in previous years. I think this is a great idea. And basically, if you sign up for this, and it's totally free to do so, you can see 5,000 people did it last year in 73 countries. But yeah, sign up for it. There's a different puzzle on every day of December. Every day of Advent in December. And it's intended, I think, for students in grade 10 and above, and it's meant to be brilliant. And we've talked about it in previous years, and thanks very much to Lucas, who I think is one of the organisers, for reminding us again about it this year. I definitely commend it to you. I've looked at some of the puzzles before, and they are very high quality, so definitely something to get your teeth into. I know if you're watching this video, you're definitely a puzzly person, so you might enjoy that. That's all the news. Let's have a look at Simple Miracle. I hope it is simple art. I really do. By the great Aardman de Wetering. The rules, which are not going to take long to read, are as follows. We've got normal Sudoku rules applies. We have to put the digits 1 to 9, once each in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. Cells separated by a single knight's move in chess cannot contain the same digit. So that digit, whatever it is, in the centre of the puzzle, if it was a chess knight, it could jump to all of those cells, and therefore none of these green cells could contain the purple digit, because if it did, let's say we put 9 in both of those cells, those are obviously one chess knight's move apart, and they are the same, and that is not allowed in this puzzle. So don't do it, or you'll get the puzzle wrong. And there's only one more rule. It says, in each positive diagonal, i.e. diagonal sloping from the southwest to the northeast, so I suppose the biggest or longest diagonal would be that one, but that will also be a positive diagonal, that will also be a positive diagonal, that will also be a positive diagonal. So along all these positive diagonals, neighbouring digits differ by only 1 or 8. So that is a weird restriction. I think I can see something at the bottom of the grid straight away, but if we make the middle of the grid a 5, this digit would have to be a 4 or a 6, because there are no Sudoku digits that are 8 different from 5. So actually let's put 1 in there, because 1 could have an 8 difference. So 1, if that was a 1, that couldn't be a 2 actually, because of Sudoku, so that would be a 9. 9 would be 8 different from 1, so you could do that. And that's all the rules. Apparently that is enough for this to have a unique solution. It is quite remarkable the things that Ard discovers. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. I mean, this digit must be a gimme, isn't it? Because it's got to be either 2, because it's got to be 1 different from 1. It can't be 0, and it can't be 2 because of the Sudoku. So it's got to be 9, I think. And that's sort of a bit of a gimme. And now this one has to be 2 because it can't be 9. Yeah. Okay, so I'm immediately... Yeah, so the digits are operating as a cycle, aren't they? In the sense that 1 normally would only have one neighbour. Yeah, okay, so I'm not being very articulate here. But the differing by one condition is making me think of these as white Kropki dots, so they're always consecutive with each other. Now, normally the digit 1 and the digit 9 would therefore be restricted in a puzzle like this, because 9 only has one consecutive Sudoku digit, which is the digit 8. 1 only has one consecutive Sudoku digit, which is the digit 2. But in this puzzle, this rule that says they can differ by 8 as well, is making it a bit, it feels like a torus to me, because 1 is therefore, for the purposes of this puzzle, consecutive with 9, if you see what I mean, and 9 is consecutive with 1, and that provides those digits, the digits 1 and 9, with a second alternative consecutive digit, if you like. Anyway, that's a long way of saying, that's a long way of, well, that digit, that's got to be a gimme, hasn't it? That can't be a 1. 2 can only be next to 1 or 3 under these rules, so that's got to be a 3. 3 can only be next to 2 or 4, so this has got to be a 4, because it can't be a 2 by Sudoku. And that digit's a 3 or a 5, is what I'm going to claim. Actually, what I should do is to use the diagonals. If you establish a digit on a diagonal, it must be sensible to propagate it, mustn't it? So this has got to be 1 or 3. Oh, I see. Now it's going to explode then, because that could be 9, or 2, or 4. And then that's, oh no, okay, so maybe we don't just keep going along the diagonals. Oh, I tell you what, where's 2 in row 8? There's a knight's move, remember? So we can't put 2 here. So 2 has to go there. And now this digit, which is it's on this little diagonal here, that's a diagonal, isn't it? So that digit can't be 3, so that has to be 1. And now 1 is in one of those 2 cells. This is lovely. It's a bit weird, but because 1 has to be in one of these 2 cells, one of those 2 cells has to be consecutive with 1 for the purposes of this puzzle, but 2 is not available, so one of those, oh, I thought I was going to get it, but 9, no, that's sort of a kangaroo jump, a tigger bounce, isn't it? That's a bit bigger than a knight's move. Oh, so 9 is in one of these 2 cells, is what we've just learned. Okay, okay, so let's use that. So 9 is in one of these 2 cells, which means one of these 2 cells is either, hang on, let me just colour this to show you what I'm thinking. One of these 2 cells is either the digit 8 or the digit 1. Well, neither of the green cells can be the digit 1 by Sudoku. So there is an 8 in one of those. Yeah, and now one of these 2 digits, let's give this another colour, one of those 2 digits is the digit 7. Because in terms of digits that are consecutive with 8, we're looking at 7 and 9, and neither of these cells can be a 9 because of the 9 we've got down here. So either this stripe is 987 or this stripe is 987. And that must somehow do something. If that was 9, this would be 1 or 8. Oh, bobbins. Okay, so that's not actually... That's not it. Sorry, I thought that was going somewhere. So maybe it's Sudoku. Let's try Sudoku. Actually, it's hard to do Sudoku. 4. With the knight's move constraint, if we look at 4 in box 6, it can't go in its own column, and it can't go sort of a chess knight's move away. So it gets restricted a little bit, one of 3 places. So if that was 4, it would stop this being a 1, because these 2 wouldn't be consecutive. Yeah, I see. Okay, it's this one. That's where we look. If that's a 3, we can't put 3 in box 8. Look, that's beautiful, actually. That's a classic art, that. That should be a sort of adjective. Ah, that's an ard we found, which is a piece of very beautiful logic. If this was 3, where could you put 3 in this box? This 3, we just looked at it with the 4. It's sort of a 3 here takes out that cross of digits, and a 3 here takes out its column and its knight's move, and there would be nowhere for 3. So that's going to be a 1. Now that's good, isn't it? Because now this can't be a 1, because that would be a knight's move away, so that becomes a 1. So 1 is in one of 3 places in column 6. This digit... Oh no, that's not resolved. That's 2 or 9 now. But that digit can't be a 2. So that's it. There we go. This on this diagonal, on the diagonal this way, this digit can't be 2, so it has to be 9. So the central digit is a 2. And now this digit is meant to be 1 or 3, and it has to be 3 because it's already seen a 1. And now this digit has to be 2 or... That's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's got to be 2 or 4. But we pencil mark the 4 into those cells, so it can't be 4 for the same reason that one can't be 3. Oh, it's just odd again. It's just odd being odd. Now where's 2 in column 8? Can't be here or here because of the knight's move, so it's got to be there. That's going to create another interesting diagonal. This digit is 1 or 3, so it's 3. I was going to say, is it cycling, but it's not actually. It's not. If it is a weird cycle, it's a very strange one. That digit has to be 4 now because it can't be 2. So this isn't 4. And presumably this diagonal is where we look next. This digit is either 1 or 8 bobbins. Well, no, it's 1 then, isn't it? If it was 8, it couldn't be next to 2. So it must be 1. And then this digit is 3 or 1. And it can't be 3, so that's 1. So this isn't 1, which is for 2 reasons. Partly the knight's move. So 1, oh, where's 1 in row 4? It can't be here by knight's move, or here by given digit Sudoku, so that's a 1. Now 1 is in one of these 2 cells. So we've just got 2 1s left to place, actually. Okay, let's work our way down this diagonal. This digit is either, it's not 2, is it? It can't be 2, so that's got to be 9, and that's great. Okay, oh no, it's not. It's not great. I was hoping that was going to resolve which one of these was the correct stripe. That must be resolved. How do we do that? What's this digit? That's not 1, is it? So that's got to be 8. Oh goodness. Wow, right. Here is another ard. another piece of weird logic. Where is 8 in box 8 is the question. Now it's not in those cells, and it can't be a knight's move away from itself. So, it's in one of these 2 cells. But that means this can never be 8. Because if this is an 8, you couldn't put... Yeah, that's maybe an easier way to see it. If this cell here is an 8, you simply can't put 8 in box 8 anymore. That one sees that by knight's move, that one sees that by knight's move. So that's not an 8. And that means this is not the stripe we were looking for vis-a-vis the 987 triple that we discovered. So the 987 has to be here. And we can probably lose the colouring. And we can place 8 by Sudoku in this cell. We can place 7 by Sudoku in this cell. And this digit, well, this digit is 5 or 6, but it's got to be consecutive with 7, so we'll say 6. Now this is 3 by Sudoku. And this diagonal, that digit can't be 1, so it has to be 8. So 8 goes and lives up here. This digit is 7 or 9. bobbins. I don't think we know which. We probably do somehow. It's. I can feel already my tentative grip on reality is slipping, much as Frank's might have done, because I feel like we should be able to just, that there's a diagonal here. I should just be able to see. I've got 3 4 pairs in the bottom row. So if that is 3, that would have to be 4. If that's 4, that could be, it couldn't be 3, so that would be 5. So that digit, I think, is 4 or 5. Is that the same for this cell? It might not be. Yeah, if that's 3, that has to be 4, because it can't be 2. But if that's 4, this can't be 3, so it would have to be 5. So that, okay, that's a 4-5 pair somehow in row 8. That's weird. So that's a 6, which is lovely. So that's a 6 by Sudoku, because these two are a knight's move apart. So this digit is 3. Oh, no, it's Sudoku. It sees everything that it could be apart from 5. So that's 5. So this is 4. So this is 3. So this is 4. So that's 5. And probably this diagonal is where I meant to look, but I'm just going to have a think about these two squares. 3 and 7, but that diagonal needs to have something consecutive, so we can just fill it in. Good grief. I mean, I don't know how he finds these patterns. Now this can't be 4 because of Sudoku, so that's got to be 2. This can't be 1, so it has to be 3. This has to be 4 or 2. It's got to be 4 then, which places the 4 over here, which by knight's move makes this a 4. Oh, Ard, you are a miracle worker. Now this is 3 or 5. Ooh, okay, that might be unresolved. I don't see if that's resolved. I'm not sure. Maybe that that digit can't be 8, so that's got to be 6. Now this digit is 5 or 7, and I don't, whoa, I don't know. I was going to say I don't think I know which one. What about this digit? That digit is, that digit's also 5 or 7. So that's quite a handy 5-7 pair, look, as some sort of emergency vehicle goes past. This is now an 8 by Sudoku, so this is a 6. So that's a 6 by Sudoku as well. 5 probably is going to go, yeah, oh, this diagonal's just been done for ages, I just didn't see it. And this has got to be 7, because it's got to be consecutive with 6 and can't be 9, so that's a 9. This 5 is making this 5, this 7, this 8. This is absolutely extraordinary. I feel like it's almost filling itself in. This is a 5-9 pair, so we've got to do 9, 5. That works with the 4. Is there some sort of weird pattern? I'm wondering whether it's the diagonals or whether it's roping or something. We're roping. There is roping. Yeah, there is roping. 615, 615. Sorry, roping is this pattern that you sometimes get it's certainly in miracle puzzles. Look at those cells. Once this pattern is established, you can think about the 483. It obviously can't go in these cells, and it's not the green cells, so there's another stripe there, and then there's going to be another stripe here. And that seems to be happening down here with 615, and presumably, I mean, I won't assume it, but I bet you it happens in the first 3 rows as well. So we can say that's a 7. Now this digit can't be 1, so it has to be 8. This digit is 7 or 9 and has to be 9. 9 can't go there by Sudoku or knight's move, so 9 goes here. So we can probably, yeah, we can get a 9 here. This digit is 1 or 8. It has to be 1. That resolves my original question about this sort of X-wingy pattern on 1s. This is 2 or 9 and has to be 2. 2 by Night Smooth Coast there. I don't know if we need any of this, but it's sort of quite fun to find, isn't it? That's got to be 5 by Sudoku, so that's got to be 8. This has to be 3 because it can't be 1. This is 4 or 6, so it's 6. This is 7 or 5, so it's 7, and that's a 4. 4, 5, 4. So this is 5 or 3. That's 5. So this is 4 or 6, and it's 6. This is 3, and this is 2 or 4, so it's 4. It's bizarre. It's a bizarre pattern, and I absolutely love it. That's a 6. I've basically solved it. That's really quick. That's 5. I think. I felt correct. Let's see. Yes, I'm only the second solver. That is absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love that. What a puzzle art. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Miraculous. A perfect miracle. Oh, is it simple? I don't think it was that simple at the start. It was a bit like the original Miracle, where you sort of you could see how to do a couple of things, but actually getting it to domino, to really go, there was quite a bit of thinking. There was that cell was important, wasn't it? Not being able to be 3, I think. That felt like an art. That was an odd, and there was another odd as well that we managed to discover, and that was a great deal of fun. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments how you got on with the puzzle. Take a bow, odd, of course. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.